Hello, this is Mike at TCAT's Deep Vinyl Tracks. I just wanted to do a quick video, another contest entry. There seems to be lots of contests lately, um, but this one is for a very special member of the vinyl community, and that is JT at JT's Record Room. He's celebrating his 1,000 subscribers contest. Uh, One thing about JT is he's well known in the vinyl community. Uh, he's really a good friend. Uh, he's from Reno, and he has some really great places that he goes and finds vinyl. He picks up a lot of stuff for great prices that really surprises me a lot. But it's always fun to watch his room. Um, really great person. I would highly suggest you go subscribe to his channel, and I'll leave a link below to his contest announcement video, so you can go over there quickly and subscribe to his channel, watch that video, find out what you need to do to get in on this contest. So for JT, he has three basic categories he wants us to show. The first thing is to show one record from three different genres. Now, the sun keeps coming in and out through this window right here, sometimes making me look white as a ghost, other times it's very dark, so hopefully it will cooperate a little bit. The first record I chose for the first genre is electronic. The first record is Tangerine Dream's Le Parc. Um, this is my introduction to Tangerine Dream from many years ago. I used to have this on cassette, I think it was. I don't think I had this on 8-track, I don't remember. Um, this is a great electronic album from Tangerine Dream. A lot of the albums they were putting out around this time weren't quite as dense or as meaty or as progressive as their earlier albums. But they come from the Berlin School of electronics, electronic music, and even though this one is one of the more commercial, or considered one of the more commercial albums, it's one of my favorites. Probably my favorite from that era of Tangerine Dream. Um, the main topic on this one is different parks throughout the world. So you got Central Park in New York, Gaudi Park in Barcelona, um, Zen Gardens in I can't read that backwards. Ryoanji Temple in Kyoto. There's one for Yellowstone Park in the Rocky Mountains, of course. Eclipse is Sydney in Sydney, Australia. Hyde Park in London. Um, anyway, these are shorter tracks and from some of the earlier Tangerine Dream albums. But I really like this one. I think it has a lot more variety than a lot of their albums around that time. They use a lot of nice sounds that coincide with the areas that these parks are located in. That's, for example, Zen Garden sounds very oriental sounding with some really nice sounds. Yellowstone Park is a very stately type of uh, composition. Um, I don't know, just one that I really enjoy. Tangerine Dream, Le Parc. Under alternative, I'll go with Talk Talk, The Color of Spring. Talk Talk is one of those bands that I've come to appreciate a lot more lately. After hearing some people talk in prog circles about Talk Talk and their later albums becoming more progressive, and they're one of the first bands to move to more of a minimalistic sound, very ambient sounding. this particular album is their first venturing off into that style, and highly recommended. I mean, they're getting into their later albums like this and really enjoying them have made me appreciate even their earlier albums. So I'm on the search for a lot of Talk Talk albums. Uh, Highly recommended. If you haven't heard this album or some of their later albums, you may want to check them out because I think they would surprise you. Next genre is country rock, and for that I'd like to show this reissue of Blue Moon Swamp by John Fogerty. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, 20th anniversary edition, and it's the first time it was ever released on vinyl according to the hype sticker. It's interesting. It's a different cover design from what the original was. Here's the back cover. And there's some great tracks on here. This is probably one of his better solo albums, up there I think with Centerfield. You got Southern Streamline on here, 110 in the Shade, a very bluesy number. Rambunctious Boy, more of a sort of a rockabilly, more upbeat sound. Joy of My Life is a beautiful ballad, and Blue Moon Nights, very country yet bluesy album. And the other thing about this particular album that was exclusive to Barnes & Noble is the fact that it's on blue vinyl for Blue Moon Swamp. Very nice. Next thing he wants us to do is show a newer record we're listening to. This is the newest record I was able to find in my collection right now. I haven't been able to get a lot of newer albums but I'd really like to. I showed this before, I think in my first video. It's My Morning Jacket's newest album, and it's also self-titled. My Morning Jacket is one of my top 5 favorite bands. This particular album is very good. It harkens back to their earlier work. A little less electronic, touch of psych, but not very much. But very nice album, and it's on. This one's on two discs, and it's also on clear vinyl. We call it see-through clear, which I can see right through it. How about that? So that's my newer album, which was actually released this year, early this year. The last thing he wants us to show is Guilty Pleasure. And I've got a few guilty pleasures. One of them is Nancy Sinatra, and in particular this album, Nancy and Lee. Love this album. These are all songs that are duets by Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. Here's the back cover. And as you can see, this is a very nice copy of the record. Somebody really took good care of this. It's even still in the shrink. Here's, I guess, a price tag. It's all faded out, so you can't see what the price was. And it's on Capitol, the Reprise label. Very clean copy, something you don't find very often. And a lot of great songs on this I just absolutely love. Summer Wine, Storybook Children, their version of Jackson, which was originally done by Johnny Cash. Just some amazing, Some Velvet Morning, that's another one. Really good record, and highly recommend it. But I like Nancy Sinatra, that I collect everything I find from her. Here's one of her albums. This is entitled just Nancy. And these boots are made for walking. These are all in pretty good shape, not a great shape like the one I just showed you, but this one's on the Blue Reprise label. This cover on this one is a little trashed, but it's one that I don't see very often. Sugar.
Are you done?
Nope. And Country My Way. This is the last one. So there you have it. That's my contest entry for JT's Record Room. As you can see, the light coming through the windows completely washed me out now, so I guess it's time to go. Thank you for watching. Go over and subscribe to JT's Record Room, and we'll talk to you later.